It's 4 weeks until the back-to-back shows that I'm doing. I'm doing The Addams Family on the Thursday and The Little Mermaid on the Saturday matinee. And I just thought I'd check in and let you know how I was getting along. So, I will never do 2 shows back-to-back again because it's a lot to learn and a lot to translate, and I've been spending like all day of a weekend translating and then spending time in the week practicing. And it's too much. So there you go, lesson learned. Having said that, I've got 2 weeks until I start on the next one. So yeah, don't do that if you can possibly help it. So Addams Family it's not a kids show, but it's not really an adult specific show either. So some of the references in it are going to be things that adults understand but children might not. So that's been an adventure in translating. But the hardest thing about the Addams Family is that some of the characters don't show any emotion. Like Lurch is a zombie, so of course he has no emotion. So when he, spoiler alert, when he utters his first words, when he sings at the end of it, you have to do the signs really deadpan, but also try to convey the meaning behind it. Ooh, it's hard. And Wednesday Addams, after whom I was not named, by the way, she doesn't show any emotions apart from, when she says, "Oh, that's really hot." And so she gets excited then, but she gets excited in her way. Whereas Gomez and Festa are like really, really ebullient and really, really excited about everything. Morticia's very deadpan, and so it's quite hard mentally to keep trying to adjust. So you've just finished a song with Gomez, like yay, and then Wednesday arrives and let's drop everything. So yeah, that's hard. It's hard. And the majority of the songs in the Addams Family just have lists of things in it. Just when Morticia starts singing about all the different ways that you could die, and it's just a list of, and every single one of the songs has got these long lists of things in it, and you just have to remember it in English and then translate it into BSL, and it's so hard. Oh my god. Had I realised it was going to be this difficult, I would not have procrastinated for an entire month in December and would have started it earlier. So the way I've translated the Addams Family is different to the way I've done everything before. This time I thought, right, I'm just going to learn the songs and translate the songs, and then the actual words in between the songs will take care of themselves. Hasn't taken care of itself because some of it is quite complex. So I'm now having to practice it every single day to try and get those complex things in my head. Little Mermaid, I'm translating that differently to the Addams Family, in which I'm translating song, words leading up to the next song, practicing that, and then doing the next song, then the words leading up to the next song. And so far it's okay. But the Little Mermaid, I'm translating it in a very simple way because it is a children's show. And you're going to have kids in there as young as 2 or 3 who won't understand the complexities of BSL yet. And they just want to understand what's going on. So although I was tempted to do it in full BSL, I'm not. I'm just using very simple words and signs and not getting too complicated, just trying to use classifiers and descriptives as much as I possibly can rather than actual English words. But Under the Sea, oh my god. That has a list in it. And when I first read it, because I didn't really know the song that well, I'd heard it, but I didn't really know the lyrics. And then when I got to grips with it, the lute played the flute, the harp played the harp, the bass played the bass. Just, oh my god. So I started off thinking, how am I going to do signs for all these different types of fish? And I thought about it. And in the end I thought, you know what? Sebastian is saying everybody down here plays a musical instrument or sings or contributes towards the music. So instead of saying this fish plays this and then this fish plays this, I'm just going to leave the fish out and just do the music. So it'll be flute, harp, bass. Yeah. And I don't know whether that's cheating, and I don't know if that's the right way to do it. Not that there is a right way to translate BSL. It's all up to personal preference, and it's very subjective. But yeah, I've just spent the last hour doing Under the Sea, and apart from just practicing it, it's in the bag, so thank God for that. I've only got to do Poor Child and Poor Unfortunate Souls, and then Act 1 is done. And then I can just practice that, and then next week I'll do Act 2, and then it's done. And then I've got 2 weeks to practice both shows. So one night I'll practice The Addams Family, one night I'll practice Little Mermaid for 2 weeks. I've also got a day off work, so I can just chill out. So this afternoon I'm going over for the first time to the Little Mermaid group to meet them. I've tried to join their Facebook group, but it hasn't worked. I think it's my privacy settings on Facebook. So I want to go over there. I'm not going to stay for the full 6 hours. I'm just going to go over there, introduce myself, tell them what I'm doing, and then get some dates from them, because I don't know what their dates are. I've got their dress rehearsal and their tech rehearsal dates, but I like to go and watch them do the whole of Act 1 and the whole of Act 2, probably 2 separate nights, and film it so that I can rehearse to what they're doing and their pace, rather than doing it to a completely different show on YouTube or whatever. So that's me checking in. 4 weeks to go. The only thing I have to do to prepare is practice, obviously. Translate Act 2 of Little Mermaid next weekend. And I've got to buy some grey nail polish for my cufflinks for the Addams Family, because I'm wearing a grey tie for that one. And I've got a bright orange tie. I mean, it glows in the dark, so orange. And I've got to get some orange nail polish for that for my cufflinks. And I was thinking of, for the Addams Family, buying some of that sort of spray-on fake cobwebs. So, I don't know, I'll have to talk to the director about it. I think they want me to be on stage right at the beginning when the audience comes in, and sort of like a zombie, and then come to life as the show starts, which I think is a really good idea, actually. But it's a long time. It's about 10 minutes to stand there waiting. So what I might do is ask her if I can just kind of shuffle across the stage onto this thing, looking like a zombie, so that then I don't have to stand there motionless for 10 minutes, probably with an itchy backside or an itchy nose, let's face it. So that's the big plan. For Little Mermaid, I'm just going to get on and see what happens. But yeah, the 2 shows are completely different. Addams Family is very restrained, and yes, there are some of the dances where you can join in, like the very first one where they introduce the family. But there's this entire 5-minute section where Morticia and Gomez are tangoing, and I have nothing to do except watch what they're doing. And that's fine. It's just really, really subdued pace. Whereas the Little Mermaid is like frenetic. The entire thing's like, everybody's really excited all the time. So that's going to take it out of me, I think. I'm glad I'm doing the matinee so I can come home and have an early night. So yeah, that's me checking in, and I will see you in 4 weeks for dress rehearsals. I've got to go to one and then another, and then both their dress rehearsals are on the same night, so I have to choose. How? I'm never doing 2 shows back to back. I swear. I swear. It's pinky swear. Pinky swear. Really.